Good morning. This is Bob Iacchino from Path Trading Partners, along with Mike Arnold, as always, my co-founder. AM Path Chat for April 13th, covering the FX markets. Quickly to something that was on yesterday's economic calendar, the Bank of Canada rate decision. Didn't touch on that in the afternoon Path Chat yesterday that covered futures. They left rates unchanged, as was expected. And the only thing, I don't even want to call it provocative, but the only thing interesting in their statement was they took a rate cut off the table. I mean, decidedly took it off the table. The full quote from the Q&A after the announcement from Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz, or Stefan, not sure how he pronounces it, was, in this context, given the data we've seen in the last few months, I can say quite clearly, no, a rate cut was not on the table at this time. He was answering a reporter's question about a potential rate cut. There were comments prior to this meeting that the economic revival in Canada could have been transitory. He continued on to say, as we've outlined pretty bluntly, given the circumstances we see, we're decidedly neutral. Now, you would think the market was expecting that, but Mike will show you on the chart, judging by the dollar-Canada reaction, which was a weakening of the dollar and a strengthening of the Canadian dollar, that was not necessarily a done deal as far as the market was concerned. In terms of the economic calendar for today, we've got the University of Michigan confidence data for April. It's a preliminary one coming out about 2 hours from now. We are recording this at 6:45 a.m. Central, 7:45 Eastern Time. Last night, we had the German Consumer Price Index month over month for March come out unchanged, increase of 0.2. A little later today, we've got the Canadian New Housing Price Index year over year, U.S. initial jobless claims, and then the Baker Hughes rig counts will be early this week, if you didn't remember. We mentioned that in the Sunday weekend update of the FX Path Chat. Jobless claims, Canadian new housing price, and continuing claims all at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Let me turn it over to Mike to let you know what he is seeing on the charts. Mike, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. Strong rally in the euro yesterday to the upper end of the rotation zone and the 50-day exponential moving average. Now pulling back, turned around, heading lower. If it continues down, major key support, significant level, 106.20 area, right around here. Below that, next support, 106.15, and then not really anything down until the 106, 105.97 to 106 area. Turns around and starts heading back up. There's going to be resistance between 106.49 to 54 area right in here. Then the pretty much open in yesterday's closing and the declining 21, which is going to come in right around 106.66. And if that's broken, then watch for a retest of today's highs and especially the 106.80 level. Over to the pound. This did invalidate the double, so the triggered double would have been stopped out with this move. So now it's just forming a horizontal channel pattern. You'll see it came up here, rallied through this major GAN cluster, but dropped back down. If it continues lower, we don't have any real key support. Minor support at 125.17, then nothing really until down to 124.82 to 88 level. And also we have the rising 8 coming in there. So watch for that support. If it turns around, heads back higher. Minor resistance by yesterday's highs, which are 125.48, where we also have the 200 coming in, and then this whole cluster area, 125.54, and then you could watch for a retest of today's highs. US dollar, Japanese yen continued down, reached both our target levels, the first one being the 109.44 and then our 108.77, which was a key GAN extension target, and now we've turned around and headed a bit higher. If it continues higher, we have resistance right around 109.40 to 44 right in here. Then we are looking to possibly run up to the 110.10, 11 area, which is a prior breakdown zone and declining 8. If that is broken, watch for a retest of the trend line area right around 110.45 and then the 110.64 area. If we head lower, there is not many targets we can call out yet. I will revise the GAN levels for this weekend's path chat, so watch for that. That will really give us a key idea of the next support levels. You can see here there's not anything major to gravitate to, and if it were to collapse down again, right now the only target is the 107.05 area, which is much lower. US dollar Swiss heading back up. If it continues higher, 10070 is the first minor resistance level. We have a whole cluster here between 10070 to 10080 right in here. That's going to be the resistance area. And if that is broken, don't really have anything to 10097 and the 10107 area right up here. If we pull back again, support 10034, then we're looking at 10022 and then a retest of today's lows. If those lows were broken, watch for a 99.97 area as support. Over to the Aussie, pretty strong rally up in the Aussie. Went to one of our significant levels, the 75.93 area, and so far reacted back down. This is going to be a potential redraw. It's not official yet. Right now we're trading around the 75.76 GAN level. If we continue to pull back, key support 75.50. We have a cooking up 8, a flat 200, and a GAN level there. If that is broken, 75.24 to 28's next level lower. Again, if we turn higher, flattening 50, right about the 75.90 area, our significant level at 75.93, and then another GAN level at 76.02 is going to be the targets for the upside. If all those are broken, 76.27 is the next target higher. US dollar Canadian, Bob talked about big down move yesterday, which is a strengthening of the Canadian dollar versus the US dollar. Stopped at the slightly rising 200, tried to move lower today. You can see our next key level lowers right around the 132 level, right down here. We didn't get there, moved back up now. We have resistance 132.52. Then on a continued move up, 132.83 is the next level higher, followed by a significant level at 132.97. Again, turning lower, watch for support around today's lows, 132.23, followed by the 132.03 area. Finally, over to the US dollar Mexican peso. Moved down to the 1854.27 area yesterday, which was a target zone for us. Tested that area again this morning and now is moving back higher. Right now trading against another target area, 1861.11. And then we have a GAN level, 1864.34. If we break through that, minor resistance at 1867.44, and then we don't really have anything until we can run back up to 1878.07. Turning lower, we have the same issue as we do with the yen. Our next major area down is this 1818 level. And we have a minor support going to come in around 1830.68. So once we can update these GAN level projections this weekend, we'll do that and update other key levels in between there. That's all we have for you. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you, Michael. Geopolitics and politics in general still kind of remain the focus over and above economic data. We are coming in again to a holiday weekend, a banking holiday weekend. Friday we'll have banks closed early or closed entirely. Trading will fall off. But we do still have things like North Korea. This is a headline. North Korea appears primed and ready to conduct a nuclear trial at its test site, according to a U.S. institute that monitors the situation. Shinzo Abe has warned that Kim Jong-un's regime may be capable of firing a missile loaded with sarin nerve gas toward Japan. There's not a lot of support for a U.S.-led strike, but it's out there. It's being talked about. We also had Donald Trump talk down the dollar, which you've seen in a lot of the charts that Mike showed you where the dollar was weaker. He said the dollar was getting too strong, and the dollar fell right when that happened. So again, geopolitics and politics in general still dominating. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with another Path Chat soon. Cheers, everyone.